In 1970, which was in the Dark Ages, I was a very young priest, and I was assigned to be the associate at an inner city parish in Kansas City, Kansas. And we had a little school there that the parents strove mightily to keep open. It was a poor area, very poor. And I would go over to the school quite a bit. And I noticed at lunchtime that a number of the kids had not brought their lunches with them. And so they really didn't have anything to eat. Thank God the sisters who taught there had a lot of peanut butter and jelly. So that helped. But I talked to the sisters about it, and they said, you know, if the kids don't have proper nutrition, and a lot of these kids don't have breakfast when they come, and if they don't have lunch, they do very poorly in school, and they're just lackluster. And the peanut butter and jelly helps, but it just doesn't do the trick. So I did a little investigation, and the surrounding schools, public schools, also did not have a lunch program. And it was a very poor area. I did find out, however, in the western part of the county, the same school district, there were school lunches that were provided. And I wondered why they had them and we didn't. The western side was a lot more affluent. There was also a lot more white parishioners, white people rather, and our side was pretty much black. So it had to do with race too, I thought. So anyway, I gathered a few of the parents. They were mostly moms, single moms, and some of them on welfare. And we went down to a meeting of the school board. And we asked them why the situation was the way it was. And they said, well, we'd love to provide lunches for you, but there just is no money. And we can't do it. And so that just sort of made us a little bit madder, I think. And so we went to the mayor and the mayor's office, and the mayor said, well, that's not my jurisdiction, we can't help you. So I wrote a letter to Senator George McGovern, who happened to be, I think, running for president that year, but he, more importantly, was the chair of the Senate Select Committee on Nutrition. And I told him our situation and I wondered if he could help us. So he wrote me back and he said, well, let's hold some public hearings. And so he did. And so he came, and Senator Belmont from Oklahoma, and there were a couple of other senators who were part of that committee. And it was before the school board, and it was a public hearing in a public arena. We had a lot of parents there because it was pretty well advertised. And the chairman asked the superintendent why the situation was the way it was. Superintendent responded by saying, well, you know, this district, District 500, is made up of a lot of smaller districts. They consolidated, but before they consolidated, these other western districts had school lunches, and so they just continued on. And we'd like to help the northern, the eastern part of the county, but we just don't have the money. Well, the Senate committee really reprimanded them severely. And it was all printed up in the paper, of course. And, the upshot was the next fall, all schools had hot lunch programs for the children. Hunger. It's a reality, folks. We perhaps don't see it on a day-by-day basis. But it's here, even in Johnson County. And throughout the United States, which is the richest country in the world, the most powerful, and we produce more food than we could ever take in ourselves or use ourselves. So why is it that the distribution is not more than what it is? And I think of the children who do not have that nutrition, whose lives are stunted, really, because of it. And I did a little research, and just a few statistics. I won't give you too many, but this is the United States Department of Agriculture report. More than 37 million people in the United States struggle with hunger, and that includes more than 11 million children in the United States of America, our country. Poverty and hunger are found in every county in the United States. There's not a county that is not afflicted with poverty and hunger. Worldwide, over 2 billion people do not know where their next meal is coming from. And worldwide, over 3 million people, 3 million children under the age of 5 die each year from malnutrition. A shameful statistic. Have you ever seen hunger yourself? Straight up and personal, close. I have. I've seen it in this county. I saw it in Guatemala, where it can be very extreme. Hunger. You know, this parish has always been among the leaders of the county in responding to the appeals of Catholic Charities, St. Mary's Kitchen, and other avenues to help the hungry in our county. And I congratulate you. You're really a beacon of light to many. You are salt of the earth for many. I'd like to just pose the question. Is everyone here involved? Is everyone interested? Is everyone knowledgeable about the children particularly who suffer from hunger and malnutrition? We all are responsible. I have a little prayer I'd like to share with you. I entitled this prayer, Multiplying Bread. Jesus, Lord, our world's in need. Hungry, sick, war-torn, the suffering and poverty. Our spirits down, forlorn. I want to help, to give support, to help the poor to live with food, clean water, clothing too. But what, Lord, can I give? The needs are always so immense, my resources so small. I would not even make a dent if I gave my all. Trust in me and in my love. I hear my people cry. Put your gifts into my hands. I'll make them multiply. Thank you, Jesus, Lord, my God. Thanks with all my heart. You have multiplied the bread. From us never part.